Hey chosen ones, so my name is Anita and welcome to my channel. So in this video I'm going to be talking about the Daniel fast. So this is my day 4, 5 and 6 of the Daniel fast. So I haven't been recording on a daily basis. Sometimes I'll combine some days and then I will record about it. So if you're watching because you're on the Daniel fast already yourself, or you're about to start the Daniel fast, please comment below and share with me what you've been experiencing, how you've been finding it, and why you are doing the Daniel fast. And in my previous videos, I have explained why I'm doing the Daniel fast and, basically my reasons for embarking on this fasting journey. Now, I've enjoyed it thoroughly. And as I said, today is day 6, but I'm going to be talking about day 4, 5, and 6. Now, there are a few things I have noticed which have been, good, which have been definitely good. And I think when it comes to this fast, you have to be pretty disciplined. Like, I am somebody who loves food. I love my food so much. And so this is really hard for me because I enjoy my food. Like, it makes me happy. And so having to be on this journey has not been easy, but it's definitely been doable. Like, if you're a disciplined person, even if you're not a disciplined person and you really want to do this Daniel fast, you will do it. You will absolutely do it. So let's talk about a few things that I've noticed since I started the Daniel fast. I've written some notes, so I'm going to be looking down and checking my notes. So the first thing, so this one's interesting. The first thing is that God has called me out on my behavior, on some of my habits that are not necessarily favorable. What I noticed was that, sometimes I want to say something or respond to or act in a certain way, and I've had this still voice just say, don't do it. Don't say this. There's no need to. Stop feeding your ego. And it's been crazy because none of us are perfect, and we all have parts of us that we're like, oh, I wish I, could improve this. I wish I could improve that. And to be honest with you, we are constantly improving ourselves because we want to always become a better version of who we are already. So I'm quite grateful for this because this is making me an even better version of who I am and who I was. And so, yes, God has been calling me out on my habits, on certain behaviors, and actually making me stop in my tracks and not follow through with that habit. So it's been interesting. It's been really interesting. And it's kind of like in your face. So like, it's like having a mirror up to your face and you see what you're doing. And so I've noticed it in myself, and then I've heard that small voice and I've been like, okay, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to say this. I'm not going to respond. I'm not going to do, so that's been really powerful. That's been really, really powerful. And yes, so that's number one. Now, number two is that I've been having flashbacks of times where God has really shown himself in my life. Flashbacks of when I have been blessed, or when there's been a miracle in my life, or when I've been saved from something and it's clearly been God. And that's been really nice because I've had that flashback, which has helped me to really remember that there's only one person that I need to be relying on here. I remember that when my faith is weak or my faith is low, that he has done all these things for me. He has done so much for me. How can I forget the God that I serve? How can I even have doubt after all the things he has done in my life? So again, that's been really nice because in times where I'm like questioning things, or I'm doubting, or I'm worrying, or I'm concerned and I'm thinking, how am I going to do this? It's almost like him saying to me, trust me. Okay, look at all I've done so far. Look how far you've come. And I'm telling you guys, there has been some miracles in my life that I still cannot even explain. Okay, so things like that have made me, it's made me really sit up and say to myself, that's not right. That's absolutely not right. And you can't have that attitude when you know the kind of God that you serve, okay? And so that's been really interesting that I've been having these flashbacks, and they've really been reminding me of who God is, okay? Our God is incredible. He is like no other, He is just one special person or one special, being, okay? And so having the Trinity in God in our lives is like none other. And there's nobody that compares to him. And so, yes, that was a great reminder. So the third thing is that my eating has been more mindful. Now, I've told you that I like to eat. I enjoy food. And I work out very much, and I am very conscious of what I eat. I like to eat a bit of everything, but I'm very conscious of how much of it I eat. But I like to enjoy it. And when I eat whatever I eat, I enjoy it. I really do. And so, yeah, having to really limit and restrict what I can eat has been challenging, and it has challenged me in the way that I am now more mindful. Like when I eat, normally I'm just like stuffing the food down my mouth. I'm a fast eater, guys. And I like to enjoy every bite. And now that I'm, eating plant-based foods and all this, I'm eating slower. Not because it doesn't taste good, but because there's not that excitement over the food anymore. Now, this food is to nourish my body as opposed to nourish and, fulfill the taste buds and, the flavors that I enjoy and I look forward to. So my eating has been very mindful. I noticed this today, that I wasn't rushing with my eating, and I was very, very present in the food that I was eating. So that's been really interesting. I read something the other day, this was quite a long time ago, and it talks about how, junk food, processed food, all those kind of things are made specifically so that we can eat it fast and so that we crave more. And when you look at natural foods, kale, spinach, cabbage, avocados, whatever, name them, eating them means that it's not easily eaten. Chewing on kale is not easy to chew. You chew on it and you get tired, and it's like exercise in your mouth, and and so you don't eat as much. You eat what you need to eat to nourish your body, as opposed to enjoy the flavors and crave more and more. Like when you eat junk food, then you crave sweet things, and you crave like heavy things, and you crave like things that are full in flavor and bold, loads of salt, loads of sugar. But when you're on this fast, you don't crave those things, because it's almost like you're mindful, and it's not supposed to be fun. Food is not supposed to be fun. You can make it fun. Yes, you can. But the whole point of nature creating food is so that you eat sufficiently and you don't overeat. You eat what will nourish your body, and that's it. And so when you eat like the cabbage and the heavy foods that are hard to eat, you will stop. You will not want to keep eating and eating, because it's not necessarily fun. So yeah, nature, there's nothing like nature. There's nothing like how everything has been planned and ordered. It's so powerful, I cannot even explain. So that's been really nice to be more mindful about my food, definitely. So let's talk about the fourth thing. So the fourth thing is that I had a nightmare. So I had a nightmare last night, and it was not a nice one. But I tell you what, I woke up and I prayed over this nightmare. And to be honest with you, I'm not afraid. But I just feel like this comes with it, like the spiritual attacks, the attacks on your mind, the attacks on your faith will come when you're doing this fast. And yeah, I mean, I'm talking, and I can even picture what I saw in my nightmare, but I don't even want to continue to think about it or even believe it, because I don't want to give it any type of energy or anything like that. But yeah, so that was the four things that's happened on day 6 of my Daniel fast, but I'm thoroughly enjoying it so far. Now, what can I do and what can I improve going forward? I think the thing that I can improve more on is the praying. So I need to be very conscious about praying and speaking to God and also listening to God. I don't think that I'm doing that enough. I find that like listening to worship music helps to kind of lead me into like deep prayer. And so that's something I definitely want to pursue over these next coming days. But yes, I'm thoroughly enjoying it. So if you are doing the Daniel fast, I wish you all the best on it. Just make sure that you set your intentions and make sure that you're communicating with God and make sure that you are open to listening to what he has to say to you as well. So I hope you enjoyed my video, and I will see you in the next couple of days with my updates. So have a lovely week ahead and see you soon. Take care. Bye.